Our next speaker would be a charming young lady who is from Georgia. She is a APNU plus AFC candidate, television anchor, television producer, journalist with the APNU and PNCR. Let us put our hands together as we welcome Miss
Malika Ramsey, sorry.
APNU, AFC, are you ready? With key in the hand, we gonna make the change. Are you ready? Come on.
Good night, New Amsterdam. No. Even though it rained today and you're cold, you could do better than that. Good night, New Amsterdam. Right, nice. Thank you. I'm happy to see all of you out here tonight. You look really, really lovely. Tonight, I want to talk to you about the fact that APNU AFC is prepared to end the youth crisis, because I know there's a youth crisis not only in this region, but all across our country. There's a serious youth crisis. We know you want to come out, and we know that you want a better life, and we will give you that better life. It is time. Do you believe that it is time for you to have that better life? Right. It is time that your own visions, aspirations, and expectations are fulfilled. And this can only be done here in Guyana. We don't want you to leave our shores to go elsewhere looking for betterment. This can only be done here in Guyana through the political process, through the APNU AFC political process. Do you agree? Yes. A Partnership for National Unity has engaged young people in all 10 regions in the last 4 years. Young people are very interested in what a Partnership for National Unity has been doing in the last 4 years, and we know now you are even more interested in what both a Partnership for National Unity and the Alliance for Change are going to do for you. You're interested in what this coalition is going to offer you. You have told us what it is that you want, and those are the things that we will deliver to you. Do you believe that APNU AFC can deliver?
Tell them this is our time. Tell them this is our time.
Tonight, I am proud to stand on this stage and tell you that we in APNU AFC have a presidential candidate by the name of David Arthur Granger. You know, we have a saying, we say, you know the man, I know the man, all of we know the man. Do you know David Granger? David Granger is a presidential candidate who is not afraid of the people. He is not afraid of our youth. He faces persons from all walks of life. Why? Because he's an honest man. What David Granger says is what David Granger will do. We are not like Ramsey and Harper, who are obviously afraid to face the public. You know that they're afraid of us, right? They can't come to the youth. All right, well, we can abuse them out, but you know, we're talking the facts tonight. In 2011, y'all could remember when Ramsey ran like a scared rat from a debate organized by Burundoi Inc. Y'all could remember? Right. He left it up to Granger and Ramjatan. He didn't want to face the people. Now in 2015, Harper is running from a debate with Nagamutu. Again, they're showing you that they're afraid to come and talk to us. And then Donald and Harper are running from youth and women. They don't want to go to the theater again and face the public. They don't want to be publicly scrutinized because they know that Guyanese are smart. You all are smart, right? Yeah. Right. They know that you're smart and you will discover their bluffs and lies. But I say tonight, New Amsterdam, it is time, New Amsterdam. Is it time? Yeah. And New Amsterdam, it is time. And it is time to get rid of the bluffs and liars in the People's Progressive Party Civic. And how are you going to get rid of them? Right. vote in APNU+AFC. The APNU+AFC's message is appealing to youth. It is certainly one that is superior to any message the PPPC will bring to you. Our message is one about the good life, good education, good employment, and of course, empowerment. We are confident that those are the things that attracted youths to us. Those are the things that attracted you to us. That's why y'all following APNU+AFC. That's why y'all gonna vote APNU+AFC. DJ, you gotta help them. The only interest that the People's Progressive Party has is to exploit our nation's youth. A perfect example of this is the fact that the PPPC has been forcing children to wear their campaigning t-shirts. Y'all remember the photos we see? They got all them poor little children in them big t-shirts. Come on, man. APNU+AFC don't do that. This is nothing short of child exploitation. And to the parents who are alive tonight to you, shame on you. Shame on the PPPC and shame on you, the parents. Stop helping the PPPC to exploit your children. But let me ask you something before I move on from this point. Do you see any of the minister's children in them t-shirts? You see Priya got your two children running around in them two t-shirts? So why you must allow your children to do it? Tell me that when they come to New Amsterdam, you're going to take them nor the t-shirts. All right. And imagine, this is what Priya doing, and she like to say, because we care. What is it that they care about? Who is it that they care about? Not themselves? Good, nice. This is certainly not how you care about young people. Not by exploiting them. I urge you here tonight, all of you, to vote APNU+AFC. Why? Because we don't exploit children. We love them and we protect them. And we will provide a good life for all of Guyana's children and youth. Here's another example of how much they care for our youths. Y'all know Police Commissioner Silal Prasad, right? Good. Well, y'all know he was recently confirmed. Good. The Police Commissioner Silal Prasad had no problem with promoting 2 officers who had burnt the genitals of a 13-year-old. 13-year-old Toyan Thomas. Yes, I know it's a little sensitive for y'all. Imagine he promoted these 2 police officers and then Ramatar go and promote he. That is the gift. That is their gift for abusing our children and upholding it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how the government shows that they care for the youths of this country. These, ladies and gentlemen, these are the things that the APNU+AFC government will not tolerate. Under no circumstances will we tolerate that. And that's why tonight I am urging you all to vote for Moses. Vote for David. DJ, y'all help him, man.
Put your hands up high. Everybody put your hands up high.
Vote for Moses, vote for David, vote for the key, vote for the PAM, vote for the coalition, vote for APNU+AFC. Ladies and gentlemen, what is that the youths of New Amsterdam want tonight? Well, I'm a visitor to New Amsterdam, but I got some idea. I know the youths of New Amsterdam want jobs, right? You want recreation centers. And you want better infrastructure, as my colleague pointed out just a few moments ago. Yeah, you're going to get the hospital, so we got to make sure. You, the youth of New Amsterdam, are looking forward to graduation. You're looking forward to employment and a comfortable life. That is why I cringe. I cringe every time I hear hear the PPPC using stories before 1992 as their campaign strategy. We don't care. The youth don't care. We don't know. We don't want to know right now. We want to know what you could do, but we know. So this is why I said to both Ramatar and Jack Dio, of course, a few weeks ago, David Granger described Jack Dio as a has-been. And it's kind of haughty feeling, so he makes sure he stick himself back on the candidate list because he don't like the fact that David called you a has-been. But it's the truth. But even though he's on the candidate list, we still see him as a has-been. Once a has-been, always a has-been.
APNU, AFC, are you ready? With key in the hand, we gonna make the change. Are you ready?
So tonight I'm urging Ramatar and Jack Dio, don't come to us and tell us about Burnham policy and how we suffer under it and punish. We ain't really got time with them things because we know the truth. Tell us, Jack Dio and Ramatar, tell us why you have miserably neglected and failed our youth for the past 2 decades. You have done nothing for us, and that is why we want you to tell us why you have done nothing for us. But then again, don't tell us, because it is too late anyway. We're voting you out on the 11th of May.
APNU, AFC, are you ready?
And it's because we have had enough. That is why we voted you out, so you could keep your excuses and your explanations. Because you're going back in there again. We finished with you. The question on most of your minds probably is, how would APNU AFC give you a full and satisfying life? But let me tell you, APNU and AFC will examine the possibility of setting up a youth employment scheme. We will bring back factories that will create employment for you, so you don't have to depend on the system. We will give you the opportunity to enter into small manufacturing enterprise. APNU AFC, apart from employment, has several youth bodies who will continue to champion the cause of youth. Not like the PYO. It's the PYO they call it, right? The PPP people that running around the place calling themselves youth. Of course, I call it the PPPC's pretend youth arm that is only utilized for propaganda purposes, because the fact is that it's only surface around election times. APNU AFC has the GYSM. There's the Guyana Youth and Student Movement. And we got the chairman for that somewhere. Oh, look him right there. He's looking at the tablet. Yes, there's the chairman for the Guyana Youth and Student Movement. APNU AFC has the Youths for David Granger. It has the YCT. And of course, it has the Youths for Change. That is the youth arm of the Alliance for Change. And we are all young people. No offense to our seniors, because we got to depend on you for the guidance, right? Y'all got to train us. But we don't have old folks running around in these youth arms calling themselves youth. You know, people like Kwame and some other people who older than North Star running around the place. We want more young people involved in the political process, because they must be involved in the decision-making process. One of Youth for David Granger's policies is that youth must be involved in every level of government. Every level of government. This is something that we will ensure that we hold the new APNU AFC government to when they are formed after the 11th of May 2015. We will have full participation in political action. So we ain't hiding and shying away from it. You know, now they got APNU and AFC supporters out there, and they're afraid to come on board, because if they come on board, the PPPC done threaten them that they're going to lose their jobs. Well, that ain't going to happen under David Granger and Moses Nagamutu. The fact is, your vote is not to benefit David Granger and Moses Nagamutu, you know. Your vote is to benefit you. You're going to benefit from that vote, not David and Moses. They're fighting right now because they want better for you and your children and your grandchildren. And they will ensure that you get that after May 2011, providing that you vote solidly for them. And we want no barely win, you know, on a little thing. We want a landslide victory.
APNU, AFC, are you ready?
So let's put it this way. These two men, they already led you to the pond. All you got to do now is drink the water. And here now, you're drinking it from the cup. You're going to put your palm like this and you're going to drink the water from it. It is time for our youth to take control. I don't want to go longer than this because they have many speakers coming after me and they're going to come with lots of substance and tell you about more things that APNU+AFC is going to do for you. But tonight I want to begin to wrap up by reminding you that Guyana belongs to the youth. Say it with me. Guyana belongs to the youth. And our APNU+AFC government will give you every possible opportunity to take control. I can't stress this enough. And when I say take control with training. Not take control by sliding you onto a candidate list because your name Rima Rohi or Charles Ramsey Jr. or Tandy Lunch, and they're going to slide you on there. You can go on there through training. That's how you're coming onto our list. Not because your last name is Rohi, Ramson, or was it Ramatar? Missing anybody? Luncheon? Good, thank you. At least you know what's going on, and I like that. APNU+AFC believes that there is a direct relationship between unemployment and a failed education system. And of course, this is a failed education system under the People's Progressive Party civic government. And it is a fact that the public school systems in Guyana has failed miserably. And don't believe that the PPPC doesn't know this, you know. They know that the education system has failed. Just look at Priya Manik-Chan. She proud to tell the nation that she 2 children has go to private school. But me and you cheering up a suffer with a little choke-up bench in the classroom that's leaking and the snakes crawling about in the classroom and the schoolyard tick with bush. Me and you cheering up a suffer while she cheering sitting pretty in private schools. So, our first move, APNU+AFC, first move when it comes to youth will be to fix the education system. And I can tell you, when I say this, I speak on behalf of our presidential candidate, Brigadier David Granger, when I tell you that his first project in office to benefit youths will be to repair the education system. And this is not a bluff talk or no vote talk. This is a fact. He has been passionate about fixing and repairing the education system since 2011, and that passion remains. That, and I'm talking about first 100 days, he is committed to fixing the education system. But don't expect a miracle, but you will be seeing results of a better education, definitely in the first 100 days. We will ensure that there's a significant reduction in school dropouts. And we will bridge the wide gap between the children who do extremely well at the National Grade 6 assessment and the children who do extremely poor. We have to bring them up to the level. They must be functioning at the same level, or at least close enough. We will ensure that the school system not only focuses on academics, but also citizenship. APNU+AFC is aimed at producing productive and well-rounded adults. It's not only about what happens in the classroom, but you got to be able to function in the wider world, and we will ensure that happens. Youths will be empowered under an APNU+AFC administration. They will be able to mold their own destiny. We are convinced that once these things are put in place, young people will be fully trained and prepared for leadership roles and the world of work, even creating their own businesses. I know some of y'all don't like get up early and go to work and got to go in for 8:30 and sign in your name. So we can ensure that we prepare you to start your own businesses and you can possibly create jobs for others. New Amsterdam, you've been a wonderful audience tonight. I want to end by reminding you that it is time. Say it with me, DJ, help me.
APNU, AFC, are you ready? With key in the hand.
It is time for David. It is time for Moses. It is time for APNU AFC. It is time to vote APNU AFC. What we doing? Vote APNU AFC. Good night from Amsterdam.
Ready, human ready. All the sisters ready. Hear me now. Look how the sound now raising up. All Chinese jumping up. Cause the future gonna be for APNU AFC.
I totally agree with her. It is time for a new Guyana and a better Guyana. So come May 11th, we voted. Yes.